Nation of Fit in 10. Welcome to day 32. It is day 32. Yes, it is day 32. And yesterday I talked about reasons why having enough calories is important for fat loss. I mean, after all, why not just have less and less? And so I started off with 3 points. One, essentially more food means greater sustainability. That the digging, the deficit, the small deficit that we create adds up over time. Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3, maintenance of metabolism, maintenance of metabolic rate. So anyways, if you want to look at those 3 points in more detail, check out yesterday's video. Number 4, maintenance of lean body mass. This sort of goes with point 3. If you go into a major deficit, okay, so what is a major deficit again? You're used to taking in a certain average amount of calories per day, and then all of a sudden we severely restrict the calories, okay? Severely restrict them, 25, 30 or more percent calorie reduction. We are definitely at a risk of losing lean body mass, in particular muscle mass. So yeah, you're gonna lose more fat. You're just gonna lose more tissue in general. You're gonna lose more, you're going to lose more of your tissues in general. Some of it being fat, some of it being lean body mass. Lean body mass is the most calorie using tissue in the human body, with maybe the exception of the brain and your vital organs. So if we build more lean muscle mass, the more that we have, the more calories we need to sustain it. Okay, the more calories we're going to essentially chew through the day. But if we go through a major deficit, we're going to lose lean body mass. Number 5, thyroid production. All right, so I specifically talk about thyroid production because this is the master regulator of your metabolism, and this can get severely affected by having too little calories, especially in particular, actually too low of carbohydrates. So this is one reason why we want to keep some carbohydrates in the diet. So we can keep that thyroid production, we can keep the thyroid producing enough thyroid hormone and maintain the metabolic rate. At least you're gonna lose some metabolic rate when you lose weight. It doesn't matter. Even just from losing fat, you're gonna lose some metabolic rate. But the point is we want to minimize that loss, right? Number 6, you need the calories for fuel for training, right? So we talked about how, it doesn't make sense to, if your metabolic rate's here and then you drop your calories down and then your metabolic rate drops, it's kind of like you're just making life harder on yourself for no reason, right? Because you're losing some of that metabolic inefficiency. The same sort of goes for fuel for training. You need to have productive workouts. But if you're so low in fuel that you can't have productive workouts, well, now you can't train optimally for what you're trying to achieve. So one is just defeating the other, right? So, we want optimal amount of energy for training. You need enough energy for training. Number 7, we need enough calories to spare protein. Everybody thinks, well, if I just get enough protein in, that's all that matters. If I get enough protein, I'm going to build muscle. If I get enough protein, I'm going to maintain muscle. No, that's not necessarily true. You need enough protein and calories. Okay, you need enough protein and fats and or carbohydrates. Okay, so that protein can be spared and not used as energy. So that protein can be used for its main purpose. It's a building block, really. It's not an energy. Shouldn't be used as an energy source. Number 8. Where do you go? This is really a question. Where do you go when you stall plateau? Because it will happen. All right. So what do you do? What do you do? Because the plateau will happen. So what do you do? Do you just cut calories more? You've already cut calories by God knows how much. So you just cut calories more? I mean, where do you go? You have really if you go to rock bottom right away, you have nowhere to go. You have nothing you can do. You can't take calories away from a little bit of calorie. Well, I guess you could. But I mean, really, you're going to be setting yourself up for failure, right? You're going to want to go back. You're going to want to increase those calories at some point. And probably what you're going to do So you're not going to be methodical about it. You're just going to be like, this just is not working for me anymore, and I need to eat. And then you're going to go bonkers. All right, so there are 8 reasons why having enough calories is important for fat loss. All right, feedback. Let's get back to it here. All right, this person writes, when I have a few grams of carbs and a few grams of proteins left at the end of the evening, I struggle to pick a snack to fill the macros. I'm very susceptible to snackadance. Oh, that's pretty clever. Snackadance. Pretty susceptible to snack accidents, right? Like accidents. All right. Anyways, pre-challenge. Of course, so I end up blowing macros because I just avoid food. All right, so if you're a few, like literally a few, like 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I think a few is just 2, right? So I'm assuming you mean more than just a few. But if you're around, if you're less than 5%, I really wouldn't worry about it. Okay, 5% of what you're supposed to have. What I don't want to say supposed to, what I've set out for you. I wouldn't worry about it. What do I want to say here? Lost my train of thought. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about if you're 10 or if you're well over 5%, then this is the reason why the reason why I encourage you to pre-plan your food, right? This is the whole reason, so that you don't end up doing. I mean, in this case, if it is just a few grams, I wouldn't worry about it. But if you're way off, then you got to plan better, right? But listen, if it's going to sabotage you, then just keep doing what you're doing. But maybe you want to let me know how many grams you're off. All right, muscle cramps. I'm waking up with my hamstrings going crazy. Are they spasming, you mean? I think this is probably what you mean. Like, are they bouncing around? Several times a night, trying to drink more water. What am I missing? Okay, so this could be just electrolytes. In particular, if the muscle's spasming, could very well be magnesium. So you may want to supplement with magnesium. I carry a product called Cinermag. I also carry a product, which you may have heard about, called Yin Reserve, which is really, really good. It will do more than just that, but it will help you with muscle cramps as well. So it could be magnesium, which magnesium is an electrolyte. But you may also want to just take an electrolyte mix a couple times a day. All right, just make sure that you're getting enough of your electrolytes: sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, chlorine, zinc, maybe to some degree. Okay, and that should help you getting enough. Remember, it's not just water; it's water and your salts. Right? It's water and your salts that you need for hydration. Okay, message of the day on this day 32, on this week that you will not quit. Progress is connected with action. If you keep actively trying, you will inevitably progress. Those who progress make mistakes, undoubtedly. We all make mistakes, but they don't quit. Remember, success means progress, and the only way progress happens is by repeatedly doing. Now, in the midst of repeatedly doing, we're going to make mistakes. You're going to have points at which you feel like you're not cut out for this. You're going to have points at which you feel like, I'm probably actually not one of those people that can actually do this, like those other people can. No, it's not the case. I mean, certainly we're not all on the same playing field. But certainly if you keep trying and you keep progressing, you're going to get further. You're going to get closer to that goal, right? So I'll read it again. Progress is connected with action. Which reminds me, I haven't done my cardio today. I got to go do it. I'm looking for excuses not to do it, but I'm going to do it. If you keep actively trying, you will progress. Those who progress, they make mistakes, but they don't quit. They do not quit. Okay, so we just got to keep going. Common theme this week. We got to keep going, right? Positive energy, positive vibes. Believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude. See you all tomorrow.